Now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Nate Myhock. Students in Rhinelander didn't have to travel far for some authentic Japanese cuisine. A taste of Tokyo landed right at the high school today. Newswatch 12's Eli Karp has the details.
It's a 100-year-old recipe, just like my grandmother would make in her restaurant as a chef.
Tradition meets teaching.
With it, it represents more than just fuel for your body, and that there's a story that needs to be told with every dish.
Culture meets culinary classroom.
I share Japanese cuisine because it tells the Japanese-American heritage story. It makes me super proud to be a Japanese American.
Chef John Sugimura began his week in Rhinelander with a gyoza making demonstration for the high school's culinary class. Teaching others how to make the iconic Japanese snack has special meaning to him.
I made it really bad in the beginning. So when I went to culinary school and had a great recipe, learned all the techniques and methods, made over 1 million of them, and now I'm so proud of them.
With every fold, he stressed to the students that the dish's importance stems as much from process as it does from product.
It was stressful. When you have somebody like Chef, you're trying to do everything correct, the folds, and as he's explaining to you, every fold makes a difference.
Using a time-honored tradition to build social competence through street food.
Even up to the presentation of the dish, as Chef explained, there's nitpicks and everything that really make the dish itself and brings the story behind it to every plate.
Hoskins says today's class inspired him to make the gyoza at home.
I'm definitely going to give it an attempt. I don't know if it's going to come out like the ones we did today, though.
But for Sugimura, the beauty comes not only from perfecting food, but opening up students' worlds.
It's about food sovereignty. Get great food in the form that it's supposed to be, authentically prepared, that tells a great story, and has a health component. That's why I do it.
In Rhinelander, Eli Karp, Newswatch 12.
Well, Jeff, that is making me hungry, but also I'm in a good mood. It's a little warmer out there today.
Yeah, you don't need bifocals to see these numbers. Look, they're in the 20s out there right now, even a couple low 30s across parts of central Wisconsin today. Tomorrow, we're going to go for low to mid 30s, but then drop off drastically through the afternoon. About this time tomorrow, we'll have temperatures back in the teens with a gusty north wind because the cold air typically wins. It's heavy and dense, right? It's right there. So this warmer there, that's going to lose. This is going to win. And tomorrow, we'll have warmer temperatures near freezing for an hour or two before it drops through the afternoon. Lots of cloud cover out there right now, and even a couple flurries. It's called warm air advection. When you mix the warmer temperatures and the colder air, you get some instability in the atmosphere. That's out there right now. A couple of flurries tonight, a couple of light snow showers, and a few flurries tomorrow as well. Not a big deal. No big snows in our forecast anytime soon. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies, a couple of flurries out there, and not as cold with low temperatures down near 23. Your full forecast is coming up, Nate.
Thank you, Jeff. Victoria Houston says it takes about 9 months for her to write one of her famed mystery novels. Earlier this month, the Rhinelander author published her 20th novel. Houston's latest book is called Wolf Hollow, and like her previous books, it takes place in the fictional town of Loon Lake. Loon Lake is located in the middle of Wisconsin's Northwoods, and Houston draws inspiration from just closely observing what's around her.
One of the things I enjoy is being at my cottage and observing sunset and sunrise and what's going on, around the lake and among the trees and the forest.
Houston is switching main characters for the first time in her mystery novels. Her publisher wanted the book to have a female lead.
Interestingly enough, you may not know that 80% of the people who read mysteries are women.
And you can find Victoria Houston's books at local bookstores, Yankee in Wausau, The Shade Tree in Minocqua, and Mind Chimes in Three Lakes. Billionaire and CEO of Tesla Motors, Elon Musk, is pleading the public for his privacy. It all stems from a 19-year-old student from the University of Central Florida. The student, Jack Sweeney, used public data from the Federal Aviation Administration to track Musk's plane and then tweet out its current location. Sweeney shared some direct messages with USA Today where Musk asked him to stop. First, Musk asked Sweeney how he was able to track the jet. Then he offered him $5,000 to remove the account. But knowing the Tesla CEO is the wealthiest man in the world, Sweeney said he countered with $50,000 to help pay for school and a car. After that, Sweeney says Musk must have just given up, as the CEO then told him to accept Bitcoin payments that other people had offered him to keep the account open. Currently, that account has more than 90,000 Twitter followers. Crypto has become much more normalized since last year. With the drastic shifts in Bitcoin's value and popularity of NFTs, many analysts have wondered what that will bring to the financial world in 2022. In this first month, Bitcoin value has dropped nearly 50% since its peak last November. That's when it spiked at $70,000. There are now three patterns of digital currency that we could see this year. First, experts believe that we will see them be more widely accepted as assets for investment, regardless of the drastic shifts. Second, Web3, a certain type of crypto technology, will become more popular. Web3 is described as a collection of systems where consumers can control their own data instead of big tech. Finally, these changes will likely bring more governance by lawmakers and financial regulators. The Ukrainian-Russian crisis has now turned to strategy. Leaders are concerned about energy supply shutoff from Russia, and we'll share those details. But that's after Maine Weather with Jeff right here on News Watch 12.
The latest weather updates. Weather Watch 12. Weather from where you live.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
NBC News Watch 12. News from where you live.
Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio has designed beautiful and functional kitchens and baths in the Northwoods. When helping plan your dream kitchen or bath with in-home consultation available, they provide 3D drawings of your spaces to bring your visions to life. Owner and designer Sarah has over 25 years of experience, overseen 500 plus projects, and built strong relationships with local contractors providing superior installation. Whether it's a new home or a remodel, Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio in Eagle River looks forward to making your dream kitchen or bath a reality.
If you're a contractor or do-it-yourselfer, make Argonne Lumber your first stop. High-quality materials, personalized service, expert staff, and delivery are just some of the things Argonne Lumber is known for. Stop in and smell the lumber at Argonne Lumber, 2 locations in Argonne and Rhinelander.
Family, all in this together. Family, we're taking a chance.
Some traditions just keep getting better and better. Ford F-Series, the official truck of the NFL and America's best-selling trucks 44 years and counting. Now get a built Ford Tough F-150 with 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash. Only at your local Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Largest Winter Lake Race in Wisconsin, home of the fastest and largest bikini run fundraiser in the world. Make plans now to attend the 2022 Hillers Radar Run on February 4th and 5th.
Well, we're not going to melt any ice castles tomorrow, but we're going to have high temperatures back up near freezing or slightly above freezing tomorrow for a couple hours, and then a cold front comes through, and by this time tomorrow night, we'll have temperatures back in the teens to 20s with a gusty north wind. Out there today, though, is some sunshine and some cloud cover, but mostly clouds as that warmer air kind of pushed in. That mixes up the atmosphere, creates cloud cover across our area. So we have that out there right now, but temperatures, temperatures. It's 25 in Rhinelander right now. 26 in Leona, 28 for Wapaka, even a few low 30s across parts of central Wisconsin today. We'll do that tomorrow and then some across our area, but then it's not going to last very long, right? So tomorrow evening, a cold front's going to come through and really change our lives again tomorrow night, because this time of year, typically the cold air always wins, right? It's heavier, it's denser, it has more weight to it, so here it is right there. Now, this is trying to make an advance on us. It's just not going to work. This cold air is just too strong, high pressure. We'll keep all that at bay, but tomorrow we'll briefly hit low mid-30s and drop through the afternoon as that cold front comes through. And then look what happens. We're back in familiar territory after tomorrow. Wednesday, a high of 9, Thursday 7, Friday 9 again, and then back in the 20s Saturday and Sunday. So overall, below average week ahead with a gusty north wind Wednesday and Thursday will give us feel-like temperatures pretty much near 10, if not more degrees below zero throughout the day, Wednesday into Thursday. Looking outside now, there's lots of cloud cover, and there are a couple areas of flurries across our areas this evening. Now, they're not going to amount to much. We could see a dusting, maybe a quarter-inch of snow. Most of us won't even see that. But overall, as the air gets mixed up, as the warmer air and the colder air kind of mix together, you get that flurry action. That's going to linger for us tonight. Now, there's a little bit of energy back off to the west of us. This, though, will largely miss us to the north, and then another piece of energy comes in tomorrow. It's that one right there. That's the one that's going to make national news for several days, but not for us. It's going to dive across the Midwest and then bring places like southern central Illinois into Indiana, into Ohio, a real heavy snowfall. But for us, we can't buy snow right now. Just some flurries out there tonight and tomorrow. All right, so here's our snowpack. And again, this got beat up and well used this weekend, right? With 9 on the ground here in Rhinelander, 11 for Wausau. Lots of you could use a refresher. The trails need a little help, but there's just no snow in our forecast anytime soon, especially into next weekend. All right, but there is snow for southern parts of Illinois into central Illinois. I mean, look at this. We're just missing that again. This is easily a foot plus of snow into the weekend, but that's going to stay well south of us, even south of Chicago. If you're traveling to Chicago this week, no worries at all. For us, though, maybe a quarter, half-inch of snow between now and the weekend. Our forecast then tonight, though, is lots of clouds out there, a bit breezy as well, but look at this low temperature near 23. The average low is 3, with rising temperatures near 30 by tomorrow morning and a gusty southwest wind. For tomorrow, all right, it's Tuesday already, so lots of clouds tomorrow. That front's going to come through during the afternoon, so we're going to briefly probably get right above freezing at 33, but then drop through the afternoon on a gusty southwest wind turning out of the northwest late. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow 33, but one day or a couple hours only. Wednesday 9, Thursday night, we could have low temperatures down near 20 below again, 10 below Friday night, and then there's the weekend with temperatures back in the 20s. Nate?
Thank you, Jeff. As tensions over Ukraine reach new highs, President Biden and lawmakers are considering the mother of all sanctions should Russia invade Ukraine. The president and NATO allies are looking for additional energy supplies, fearing a potential cutoff from Russia. The United Nations Security Council also met to discuss the crisis, seeking a diplomatic solution for the standoff. NBC's Alice Barr reports.
Russia-Ukraine. The U.S. ramping up pressure on Russia today on the world stage at a U.S.-requested meeting of the powerful United Nations Security Council.
We continue to urge diplomacy as the best way forward. But with Russia's continuing its buildup of its forces around Ukraine, we are ready no matter what happens.
The American ambassador to the UN warning of horrific consequences if Russia invades Ukraine.
We do not want confrontation, but we will be decisive, swift, and united should Russia further invade Ukraine.
On Capitol Hill, lawmakers are preparing what they're calling the mother of all sanctions to crush the Russian economy should it invade, promising the Russian people would be hit hard.
They will feel those sanctions, and it will create a great deal of unrest in Russia.
Despite massing more than 100,000 troops at Ukraine's borders and issuing bold security demands, Russia is denying it plans to attack and accusing the U.S. of stoking hysteria.
Our recognition of the facts on the ground is not provocative. The threats of action, if Russia's security demands aren't met, is provocative.
President Biden hosting the leader of Qatar at the White House today as the U.S. is seeking alternative energy sources to prevent a crisis if Moscow cuts off energy supplies to Europe, which relies heavily on Russian gas. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
The UAE said it has destroyed a ballistic missile launch platform in Yemen on Monday. That's after it had intercepted ballistic missiles headed towards the country. The Iran-backed Houthis claimed the attack hours later, announcing a successful third operation against the UAE. The UAE had said earlier the remains of the intercepted ballistic missiles landed outside residential areas and did not cause any losses. Israel's President Isaac Herzog, who was visiting the UAE, condemned it, saying this.
And there are only two alternatives for this region. One is peace, prosperity, cooperation, joint investments, and a beautiful horizon for the people. Or alternatively, what Iran is doing, which is destabilizing the region and using its proxies to employ terror.
Herzog's travel plans in the danger zone are not expected to change. The ever-increasing costs due to inflation within the economy has made shopping very difficult for some. We'll explain how some families are struggling to put food on the table. We'll break that all down after the break.
President's Day is the best time to buy furniture, and Slumberland Furniture is having one of their biggest sales of the year.
Wow. Wow is right.
Deals up to 50% off throughout the store. The huge President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Attention homeowners. Are you behind on your mortgage payments? Is the bank threatening to take your home? Is your home worth less than you owe? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you need to call this number right now. It won't cost you anything to find out if we can help you. We are the Mortgage Defense Line, and we can help you save your home. Don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-970-8640. That's 1-800-970-8640.
Shop Menard's full selection of over 7,000 interior lights. Find your style with Patriot Lighting's great selection of unique styles and finishes, like the Renly Collection with smoked crackle glass and a trendy black finish. If vintage industrial is more your style, the Samuel Lighting Collection comes in a bold bronze finish with clear glass shades that show off the vintage style bulbs. Just $149.99 for the 5-light Samuel chandelier, now at Menard's.
Save big money at Menards.
It's more than a basketball court that nurtured a championship. For Alex Lasry, building Pfizer Forum was about creating opportunity.
We said workers come first, $15 an hour pay, and 80% of the building materials are going to come from Wisconsin.
Alex Lasry kept those commitments.
Some just talk. Alex got it done.
That's why so many labor unions have endorsed Alex.
He'll be a senator who works as hard as Wisconsin.
I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message because leadership is about what actually gets done.
Whether you slip and fall or you're injured during the game, you can count on Bone and Joint walk-in care. Avoid crowded waiting areas and the high cost of emergency rooms. Instead, be seen promptly by an orthopedic provider at a fraction of the cost. Bone and Joint's skilled team can diagnose and treat sprains, strains, and fractures without an appointment. With 3 convenient locations, we'll help you get back to the things you enjoy.
President's Day is the best time to buy furniture and mattresses, and Slumberland Furniture is having one of their biggest sales of the year. Get an 8-inch foam queen mattress for just $222. Slumberland Sleep Solutions. We've reinvented mattress shopping.
NBC News Watch 12. News from where you live.
Well, as we've shown you before, Americans are taking a hit at the grocery store. It's being caused by many factors: inflation, supply chain issues, and the increase of the COVID cases from the Omicron variant. Gabe Cohn explains in depth why prices are skyrocketing and also what you can do about it.
It's real tough.
For Mike Crowder, finding affordable food has been difficult. He's battling cancer and living on a tight budget.
It's hard for me to get out here and work and be around people. Sometimes, you just have to do without some things to eat.
Grocery costs keep climbing on everything from meat to seafood, produce, cereal, and much more, with overall prices up 9% from a year ago.
It feels like I'm paying a lot more at the register when I finally do check out.
Now, big-name brands are raising prices. Kraft Heinz is the latest, announcing hikes on Velveeta cheese, Oscar Mayer meats, coffee, and Kool-Aid, joining General Mills, Campbell's Soup, and Procter & Gamble, which is raising the price of Tide laundry products.
So they put off as long as possible, and now we're going to feel the effect of that for the next few months.
The entire food supply chain is facing surging costs, congestion, and a labor shortage, which have hardly improved. The number of cargo ships parked off the California coast hit a record high in January, with more than 100 still waiting, even after the ports unloaded 13% more containers than ever before in 2021. The cost of ingredients, packaging, and transportation keeps skyrocketing.
The extraordinary cost pressure that we're seeing across all different businesses right now is landing in that last resort, and that's why you're seeing the inflation.
And Omicron is adding to it, peeling workers from warehouses, processing facilities, and grocery stores. This month, U.S. pork production dropped 8% in just a week, with staff sick or quarantined. With fewer employees, distributors are cutting orders to some grocery stores by 20 to 40%.
It's been whack-a-mole. It's one item one day and then, a completely different segment the next.
And demand for groceries keeps surging, with people stuck at home and inflation at a 39-year high.
A lot of times you're limited with what you can get.
A recent survey found 37% of customers are very concerned about shortages seen on items like pet food, paper goods, and cream cheese.
There's just not as many things on the shelves.
The Biden administration says they're working to ease inflation, accusing some of the largest meat processors of raising prices just to drive up profits. But experts are projecting more grocery price hikes in the months ahead.
We have to be really strategic and intentional.
Beth Monsell runs a blog about cooking on a budget. Her advice? Look for sales flyers before shopping, join store loyalty programs, and plan meals around cheap filling items like rice and beans, as well as shelf-stable ingredients like frozen vegetables.
Because every time you throw food away, you're literally just throwing money in the garbage.
Every dollar counts for families struggling to eat these costs.
It's going to be kind of hard, but I just got to get out here and find something to do and make it work.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the fan favorite cowboy pizza right now at papamurphys.com.
Let down your hair for the sweetest jam yet.
Oh, no, sugar mommy, I can't get enough.
I hate the Hudsons. I'm not a fan anymore.
New That's My Jam tonight on NBC.
It's been a long time since I've been married.
It's a star-studded tribute to one of America's most beloved comedy icons, celebrating Betty White, America's Golden Girl, tonight on NBC.
Want payday to come a little faster?
I get paid 2 days before everyone else. I love getting paid on a Wednesday.
Want to say goodbye to those long check cashing lines?
I can never see myself standing in a line at a bank again.
Get your own NetSpend prepaid MasterCard with direct deposit. Your money loads straight into your NetSpend card. Shop online, pay bills, buy groceries. Use anywhere debit MasterCard is accepted.
I use it every day for every purchase. I use it to pay my rent.
It's not a credit card. It's convenient, and you can even earn payback rewards on many of your purchases. That's money right back into your card account.
From eating at major restaurants to sending my mom flowers, I get cash back.
Because this is not a credit card. With NetSpend, you pay no interest fees, late fees, or activation fees. There's no credit check to get started and no cost to order.
I use my NetSpend card for everything.
Be one of the first 200 callers and choose your card color. 1-800-434-1455. That's 1-800-434-1455. Get paid up to 2 days faster with NetSpend.
At U.S. Cellular, we're local, so we're on the ground every day, working to make sure our 5G network isn't impacted by the local weather.
Now you can get the most out of our 5G network with unlimited data for just $30 a month. Plus, choose any phone from any brand for free. That's right, free, including all 5G phones.
Because we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. All year round, U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
This Valentine's Day, get a Heart Baker pizza from Papa Murphy's. You complete us. And we mean that literally. With Take and Bake, we prepare it, you make it yours. So make us yours today for just $11. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
All right, Mr. Nate, this map looks different. We have temperatures in the 20s and even a couple 30s across central Wisconsin today. That'll be the case again tomorrow, but then a cold front comes through during the afternoon and our lives change for the colder once again. All right, a few areas of some light flurry action tonight that will not be a big deal. There's no big snow in our forecast anytime soon, but there are colder temperatures, not tomorrow morning. We'll hit 32 or 33, then dropping through the afternoon with single-digit highs or near there Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Let's say with all the cold temps we've had, that like 20s, 30s, that feels like
now it's going to feel
50.
really cold.
Exactly. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.